Hello, 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 beautiful people. Welcome to MG Live. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. All my live viewers, do me a favor, drop me a shout out in the chat. Let me know you're in the building. Happy New Year to everybody. Um, I hope that your holidays were wonderful with family and friends. And I hope that, some of you had some tough holidays, that brighter and better days are ahead. So happy New Year to you all. And thank you for joining me tonight. So, you know how we do, my replay people. Give me a couple of minutes just while I wait for some other live viewers to join. And while you are waiting, you can do me a favor and you can hashtag replay in the chat now so that I know exactly when you are watching this. Hello, 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 everyone. Come on in, get comfy, take a seat, give me a shout out in the chat. Let me know when you're in the building. I am going to just make sure that I am on my page, and I am. And I'm going to make sure that I'm on my Gatewood page as well, and I am. Perfect. Um, so my replay folks and my live viewers, doing one more favor while we wait, like maybe 30 more seconds. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and if you would help me extend the reach of this video onto your own social platforms, I would be so grateful for that, and I would be so appreciative um, just to help me extend the reach of this video. And while we're waiting for some more folks to join us, I am going to introduce myself because I never take for granted that people know who I am. Some of my repeat folks, you know who I am, but I might have some new viewers. And so my name is Maya Gatewood. I am a senior marketing specialist at my 9 to 5. I am the owner of Empress Design and Graphics. I am a lifestyle blogger. I am the creator of MDGTs, which stands for Empress Design and Graphics T-shirts, which is my T-shirt brand. I am formally educated as an artist. I have my bachelor's and my master's degree both in fine arts. And you can visit my website, mayagatewood.com, for all things Maya Gatewood, including merch. And speaking of merch, shameless plug right here. This is something that my replay folks can take part in while we're waiting, just like maybe 20 more seconds. Tonight, if you want to shop this video, you can absolutely do that. I am wearing the Black Goes With Everything sweatshirt. And if you are interested in checking that out, please do that. Um, I don't know if this is going to work, but there should be a link popping up in the chat with this product right here. If it doesn't pop up for you, that's okay. You can go to mayagatewood.com/shop. Oh, I did see it pop up. Oh, that's so awesome. So you can click on the sweatshirt. I also have a t-shirt, and both of them are unisex. So you absolutely should go to mayagatewood.com/shop. You should click on those two links in the in the chat, and you should get you one. You absolutely need to get you one. I have men's apparel, I have women's apparel, I have something for everybody. So definitely go do that. Hi, mommy. Oh, guys, my mom is on. This is awesome. Okay. So yes, if you want to shop the video, please click on those links and feel free to do that. But without further ado, I'm not going to be on here long, guys. And I always say that, but I promise I'm really not. I don't have a lot of notes and I have somewhere to go. So I have to be short and succinct tonight. But tonight we are talking about getting back to the basics. Um, so if you have any questions during this discussion, please do feel free to drop those in the chat and we can answer them right now on the live. But okay, so tonight, do not worry. This is a disclaimer. I promise this discussion is not about New Year's resolutions. You don't have to bust out any notebooks, any pencils, any paper. This is not that type of event, okay? We're just gonna sit down. It's gonna be real casual. We're gonna chop it up. I have some tea here. I hope that you have a nice hot beverage, and let's just be really casual and drop your comments as I'm talking into the chat. And yeah, so today we're going to be talking about back to basics. But even though we're not talking about New Year's resolutions, the beginning of anything is a great time to reflect and project, right? And so it's a time to take inventory, think about what all has happened to bring you to this moment, to this space, to this place and time. You sit in that moment, right? So you're present in that moment and you're taking stock. What's happened? What's gone on? Why am I where I am in this place? And then you can project where you want to be going forward into the future, right? And so, of course, you know me, this I had to give this a name, and then of course I had to look it up. So to me this is called outlook, right? And I had to look up the definition of outlook. So there are three parts of this word, this definition. The first is a person's POV, right, or their point of view, or general attitude of life. The second part, a view, a place from which a view is possible, a vantage point. And the third part of it is the prospect for the future. So I like the second part of the definition because it tells us that sometimes you have to get to a good vantage point before you can begin to see anything, right? So have you ever been in a crowd and you can't see what's ahead, or you look to the left or the right and there's just a sea of people and you can't see your way forward? Or have you ever been like too short? Like if you're trying to look over a fence or if you're trying to look over a building or something like that and you just can't see. So perhaps before you do anything, before we get busy and start doing a bunch of tasks and actions, you need to actually look at your position. So, where do I need to come up, right? And it can be physical and it can also be conceptual, right? So, is it more of like a mental thing for you? Is it an emotional thing? Where do you need to come up, or where do you even need to lower yourself, right? Humble yourself, so that you can see better. Have you ever lost something and you're looking on top of tabletops, you're looking on shelves, you're looking on top of things, but perhaps you need to like get down, crouch on all fours, and look underneath furniture, right? Because maybe something rolled under there, maybe something slid under there. That's also a vantage point. You're just lower. So, where do you need to position yourself right now? Because shifting your vantage point needs to happen before any change can occur, and even before continuity can continue, right? Because continuity cannot continue if there's an obstruction, if there's some type of blockage there. So you want to make sure that you are in the right position before you can even see. So what is your outlook for 2023? Are you optimistic about this year? Do you have doubts? Are you anxious? Like where do you feel like 2023 is going to lead you? Um One thing I would suggest doing is do a self-assessment. We're not going to do that here, trust me. I promise that this was not that type of live. I'm not going to make you do exercises, but well, let me not say that. I am going to make you do an exercise, but it's going to be cool and fun and quick. Um but there are tons of self-assessments out there. I would highly suggest, Google self-assessment, and a ton of different ones will come up. I've done them myself. They're really helpful. Hi, Sister Stephanie. Thanks for joining me. They're really helpful, and I highly recommend that they do that. They help to make you more self-aware, to identify some things that are going on with you. So a self-assessment, highly suggest that. But what I'm going to kind of focus on is be present to understand your state of mind right now, right? So for some of you, 2020 was traumatic, it was tumultuous. And so if that was your case, chances are you're still there, right? We're only 4 days into January. So it's not like this magic, switch flips and you are a different person and your circumstances have completely changed. I know we like to say that cliche, we're not bringing our baggage into the new year. And of course, we want to work toward that goal. But the reality is that, at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. on January 1st, everything didn't just flip, right? So perhaps you're still there. Now, maybe for some people, 2022 was the best year of your life. It was a great year. Or maybe, you faced some challenges, but you were able to overcome that adversity. So, in that case, how can you keep that momentum going? How can you continue to capitalize on that forward motion? So, like I said, I'm not going to tell you to take a class. I'm not going to tell you to bust out a journal tonight, but there is an exercise that I would like us to do. It's going to be quick. I want you all to, and I'm going to do this with you. So I want you to close your eyes. Go ahead, close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to visualize December 31st, 2023, New Year's Eve 2023. Where are you? Pause and think about it. Who are you with? Who's around you? How do you feel? So some of you might need to answer that audibly. You might need to say it out loud for it to be real and for it to actually manifest instead of just thinking the thoughts. And that's okay. You're not crazy. If you're around people, just say it quietly to yourself. But I want you to think about that. I want you to think about the end of this year, right? So for some of you, after you've taken in that view, and you've done this exercise for the coming year, you might need to go back to the basics. So I will share my outlook for 2023. And then after this, I have like maybe 2 or 3 points and then I'm going to be done. I promised you it's not going to be long tonight. Um, so I'll share my outlook for 2023. But before I do that, I want to share two areas that I feel are going to help me achieve my outlook. Now, there's definitely more areas. Don't get me wrong. It's not the only two things I'm focusing on this year, but just as an example, I'll give you two so that you can understand the difference between outlook and resolutions, like those tasks, projects, things like a bulleted or a numbered list that's going to hang over your head. This is going to be stress free. It's going to be no pressure. And so my two focus areas are financial discipline and consistency in my weight loss journey. So for me, that's going to involve going back to the basics. So it's going to involve implementing some type of budget tracker and then some type of spending tracker so that I can see exactly what I'm spending my money on. I like Mint. There's an app called Mint, and it also has a website. I think it's mint.com that helps you identify what are the categories of spending. So, where is the majority of your income going? Is it going to housing? Is it going to transportation? Is it going to shopping, retailers? Are you eating out a lot? And so I want to kind of start because I was really good at that. I was very good at tracking what I was spending my money on, what's going in, what's coming out, what's going out, what's coming in. And then for as far as the fitness part, moving my body for at least 30 minutes for 3 days a week. And I have got to incorporate lifting weights. For me, that is my sweet spot for consistency. Hi, Keisha. Hi, Charm. That's my sweet spot for consistency, for losing weight quickly and maintaining it. And so, also, I have got to get myself to the grocery store, get some food so that I can cook my meals and that I can meal prep because your girl is lazy. Okay. And when I'm lazy and I'm tired and I don't feel like cooking, that is when I make bad choices. So I am literally deleting Uber Eats and I am deleting DoorDash off of my phone, out of sight, out of mind. It's not going to be at my fingertips or at my thumb tips. I'm going to have to actually discipline myself and put in the work and cook and meal prep. So you might see a couple meal prep videos coming, people, coming soon. But for me, that's going back to the basics. So notice I'm not assigning numbers to these focus areas, right? Because it's for me, it's about control. So control for me is a pattern of good behavior. So numbers on a scale or numbers in my bank account, those can be goals, but to me, that's not outlook, right? Outlook is I don't want to feel out of control by overeating or by overspending because I'm A, trying to cope with or cover up an unresolved issue that's completely unrelated. And, um, full transparency, I think I've done a little bit of that just being shocked into the global pandemic, disrupting my daily routine, going into a physical office, being around people. When I would go into the office, I would bring my gym bag to go downstairs in the gym or to leave directly from there and go to the gym after work. That was completely disrupted in 2020. And I was eating nachos every day with everybody else and snacks and watching Netflix and doing absolutely nothing to move my body. So that took an emotional toll on me because then I started to put on weight and not like how I looked. And so that affected my mood and my emotions, right? And so for me, I know that I have got to take care of those issues, right? And even, I don't want to say after the pandemic because we're still kind of dealing with this, but now things have opened up and we're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable gathering around with each other. The effects of the beginning of that are still sitting with me. And I don't know about you, but maybe they are with you. They're still sitting with me. So I really have got to make sure that I'm not out of control in other areas because of those other underlying issues. Right. So I will share my 2023 outlook with you and feel free to share your 2023 outlook in the chat. If you've got it already, throw it in there and share it with others. But I'll give you mine and then I'm pretty much going to wrap this up. I have like a couple of more points, but if you have any questions, also definitely drop those in the chat. My replay people, if you have questions, drop them in the chat. I'll get a notification and then I'll come back and answer those for you. But my 2023 outlook is I want to be free, I want to be whole, and I want to be accomplished. So I'm going to let that marinate for a second. I want to be free, I want to be whole, and I want to be accomplished. So, what is the outlook for you? Take a minute, think about it. If you want to say it audibly, if you want to write it down, totally fine. Once you have that, then you can assign your goals, your action items, those next steps. Take your classes, fill out your journal, sign up for all the things, right? But before you do that, you've got to take a step back and you've got to take this high level overview of what 2023 is going to be because some of us are putting the cart before the horse. You're saying, "Oh, I'm going to sign up for this class," or "Oh, I'm going to go to the gym and or I'm going to do this subscription," or and you're focusing on things and busy work instead of what is the high level bird's eye view of this, of what I want to see, right? And it's a simple concept, right? It's something really simple, but it's something that we forget. And it sounds simple, but when you actually do it, it's kind of hard. So the reason that we forget is because our lives are complex and the world is just getting more and more complicated. It's not getting any simpler and it's going to continue to get complicated, right? And so thinking about this outlook can be a simple way to help you orient yourself and to set you up for who you want to be, see, do all of the things by December and beyond. Um, Tiffany says, yes, I am sitting and thinking before I sign off on any goal. Perfect. That's exactly what we want to do. Keisha says, healed, free, healthy, strong. So those are to me outlooks, right? Because then you can attach things to those things that will help you achieve it. Um, and will help you push that outlook, but it's not working in reverse. So you're just like setting up all these little things. And then December comes and you haven't accomplished anything on your list, or forget December. Some of us by February have given up. um, so, working in reverse and thinking about it that way, let's lay our foundation first before we build the things on top, right? Let's not build the things and have no foundation and then the things just crumble, right? Mommy says more consistency. Me too, mom. We can be accountable to each other. So that's really all I had. I just wanted to kind of talk about Outlook, but definitely differentiate it and distinguish it from resolutions and more assignment based approach to this year. Let's take a step back. Let's think broad strokes about our life and about who we are this year and what we want to be, do, see by December, and then do all that other stuff. Okay. But listen, When you actually do that and then you do all that other stuff, I do have something for you. I have a free goal setting worksheet that I am dropping the link in the chat now. Um, it's totally free, it doesn't cost you anything, but it's been helpful for me to assign your goal with an action item that is timed as well. Because don't forget, a goal without a plan is just a wish. You're just saying you're going to do something, but there's no action item assigned to it, and there's no time, there's no due date on it. So definitely. Oh, hi, Uncle. My uncle's on here too. You want to be at peace. That's perfect. So once we get that outlook together and you're ready to assign those goals, definitely go ahead and download my free goal setting worksheet and let's get these goals popping. And then feel free to message me, email me, and share it back with me. Let's start a dialogue going. And then all my replay folks, please do feel free to share your outlooks and what you're trying to set yourself up for this year as well. All right. So that's all I have, guys. I don't I don't see any questions in the chat, but thank you all who have tuned in live with me and shared your outlooks and been transparent. And for those of you who will continue to think about it, please do continue to think about it and then share it. And you don't have to share it here. You can share it with your family, friends, wherever you feel like is a safe space. Definitely share that, get it out into the universe, say it audibly, write it down, whatever it is. Okay. But thank you so, so, so much for spending some time with me this evening. If you have any follow up questions, especially to my replay people, don't forget hashtag replay in the chat. And I'll get notification of when you do that. I'll come back and I'll answer your question. And I will see you in February. Okay. So before I sign off, I'm sorry, y'all. I really, really fell off. I did not realize that I haven't done an MG Live since June. And I was just like, no wonder my audience doesn't know where I am. So I have to apologize, and that's one of the things on my list. As I want to be accomplished, that was one of the things on my outlook. And so for me, being accomplished is MG Live. It's my live web series where I'm discussing various topics and hopefully creating an impact in a space that will help someone. So I saw someone did say in the chat that they never thought about it like that. So I'm hoping that this is going to be helpful, and I think it is. So I will see you in February. Stay tuned for the date. It will be, I'm trying out this new 6 p.m. slot. So I'm seeing if this works. If this doesn't work, maybe a different day of the week. So definitely just stay tuned with me. Follow me on all of my social media so that you can stay up to date with when the next MG Live will be. Okay. And again, check out MayaGatewood.com for all the things, MayaGatewood.com. And I will see you guys in February. And that's it. I'm signing off. Hope you have a great evening. Bye.